everyone, on today's episode of Hero Syndrome, I'm getting hyped for E3 and dreaming all night long. Hey everyone, welcome to Hero Syndrome, episode 9. Last week, we were talking about your dreams for E3. What you went to sleep at night for and just thought about, do you ever do that? You're laying in bed, you're dozing off, maybe you have the TV, like an episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer going on in the background or something. And you're thinking, yeah, wow, what if Power Stone 3 was announced at E3? What if Gabe Newell just comes out with 2 machine guns and shoots blanks into the crowds and says, ah ha ha ha, Half-Life 3 time? It's E3. Time to let your imagination run wild, and this week on this episode, I'm gonna give you my hopes and dreams for E3 2016. Let's get started immediately, right now. First up, you know what's coming, so do I, so we're just gonna nail it straight out of the gate. Who knows if last year can ever be topped, but a pet peeve of mine, and especially in this internet age, is the constant comparing. Well, it's not as good as this, so it sucks. Or it's not as good as this, so it's the worst. Everything can be amazing. Last year can be great, this year can be great. Last year we had Shenmue 3, Last Guardian, and Final Fantasy VII, the trifecta. This year, I want Shenmue 3 gameplay. I want a little teaser. Yu Suzuki comes out, says thank you for the overwhelming support of Shenmue 3. I've been working hard this last year. Here's where all your money is gone. Little gift. So like a minute and 10-second trailer, show some characters, maybe show Tom in a hot dog truck. That would get me hyped as hell. Trailer ends with one more thing. Shenmue 1 and 2 HD Collection coming soon, coming now, after the show. Pick it up. Get everyone that's never played Shenmue on the Shenmue hype train. Get everybody caught up on the lore. The dream. The dream. Next up, I dream so much that I lose sleep. I dream with my eyes open. Resident Evil 2 Remake and Resident Evil 7 Capcom Full Court Press. Advance Wars, Nintendo DS, just like putting all their chips on one army and moving it in and saying, yo, Resident Evil's here. The time is now. Anniversary time. Let's go. Resident Evil 2 Remake. Every time I think about this, it doesn't seem real because we haven't seen anything. So this is what's crazy to me. There's been rumors, right? There's been whispers in the ether from the east, from the west, from the mines of Moria and Mirkwood and the Elvish lands that Resident Evil 7 is in development, that it's going back to its roots, that it's gonna be at E3. You know what this tells me? This tells me that the Resident Evil 2 remake that is actually confirmed, 100% confirmed coming, this tells me that Resident Evil 2 remake is gonna be one-for-one remake of Resident Evil 2 with fixed cameras, with pre-rendered backgrounds, is such a gift to the old style of Resident Evil, to the legacy. Resident Evil 7 at that point can be more action again, we're not talking about Resident Evil 6, but maybe it can be more like 4, a little more intimate pacing. It can still be over the shoulder. Who knows if an entire big budget, $150, $200 million game can survive as fixed cameras and pre-rendered backgrounds, but Resident Evil 2 Remake, giving me hope. Giving me hope at night. I don't even care anymore about Resident Evil 7 because Resident Evil 2 Remake's coming. Good segue from Resident Evil into The Evil Within 2. The Evil Within is the best Resident Evil game since Resident Evil 4. A lot of you are going to click X off this video when I tell you that I may even prefer the Evil Within's tone and aesthetic and pace when compared to Resident Evil 4. The best Resident Evil game since 4 is the Evil Within. And with the success that it was, it exceeded expectations. It didn't break any crazy sales records, but for a new survival horror IP, it did very well. Evil Within 2, Mikami comes out on stage, I would just cry buckets. I would just start weeping. Those DLCs and everything put that lore and that universe in such a cool place to continue. And the fact that last one was semi-compromised by being on last-gen consoles as well. This one can be full current gen, no compromises, no holding it back. Shinji Mikami, we will not let you retire. We're not gonna let it happen. My dream is for Mikami to never retire. Sorry, bud. Sorry, you're never gonna sleep. But the dream gets better. Let's get emotional. You ready? So, we all know about PT. We all know about it. How it came to be, how it was just quietly dropped onto the PlayStation Store. No hype at all. It just came one day and changed the industry, changed the perception of what a video game can be. Turns out it was Guillermo del Toro working with Hideo Kojima. Well, they have since parted, okay? So after Mikami is done talking about Evil Within 2, who comes out? Guillermo del Toro, co-directing the Evil Within 2, in charge of creature design and psychological FU hype. They come out, they hold hands, they say, yo, we're bringing you the real horror experience. Next up, if you keep track of Easy Ally streams and the community, you will know about this one. Where is it? Capcom, why? Onimusha! It's time. Look at what Team Ninja just stole from you, Capcom. They stole samurai feudal Japan hype right out from under you. Because people want it. We have been begging for an Onimusha game for so long. Every entry in that franchise is excellent. And 4 comes out, Dawn of Dreams, whatever, and it doesn't do as well as they had hoped, and they just drop it. I don't understand it. Bring Onimusha back. The hype for Neo should have awoken the corporate suits at Capcom to say, hey, maybe they want a feudal Japan game. Maybe now they're seeing dollar signs. They're looking at Onimusha, they're looking at Neo, dollar signs coming up. You know what we'll settle for? We'll settle for a PS2 on PS4 conversion, HD remaster, whatever the hell you want to give us, just throw us a samurai bone. So lastly, divisive game. I blame a poor PC conversion, and I blame a overused mechanic and just the collective hive mind that the internet can be sometimes, you know? They latch onto a criticism and it just blows up and spirals out of control. But Batman Arkham Knight, to me, was a 10 out of 10 and one hell of a conclusion to a freaking masterpiece of a trilogy. By God, 4 games if you count Origins, phenomenal game, but the Rocksteady trilogy is just near flawless. Flawless storytelling, flawless everything. 10 out of 10, easy allies, 5 stars. And man, I've never had so much fun going for 100% in a game. You know, I know the Riddler trophies can drag on for a while, but what I loved about those was that you could just find a Riddler informant, threaten to beat him up, beat him to a pulp as Batman. Batman unhinged, by the way, in Arkham Knight. 10 out of 10, like end of an era, end of a timeline Batman. I love that. It's like a Batman that has seen everything and done everything. The man's been through a lot. But you could find that the informants, lead you, and they reveal on your map. So it was never too grindy. And you were and for your determination to get 100% in that game was what I thought was one of the best boss fights in the entire game. Catwoman and Batman, 2-on-1 versus the Riddler. Just a hell of a payoff, which brings us to my dream, okay? The 100% ending of Batman Arkham Knight. Flashing forward into the future to a red-eyed, psycho freak, scarecrow gas using Batman or whatever the hell. Who knows where that ended? So here's what I want. The dream. The dream is a new rock-steady superhero game set in that universe. Because if DC can't make a cinematic universe, why not just make the DC VGU? DC Video Game Universe! Rocksteady, they've already laid the groundwork. They've got 3 excellent Batman games. Sorry, I keep forgetting Origins, 10 out of 10 as well. They got these games with that epic ending. Metropolis was alluded to. We know that Superman and other superheroes live in this universe. It's been teased by documents and by buildings and by newspaper clippings. Everything's been teased. We know what you're up to, Rocksteady. Just give us the dream, the DCVGU! So that's it for the show. Those are my E3 dreams. One thing is certain. Dreams are coming true. It's only a matter of how many. I'm at Michael P. Huber. We are at Easy Allies on Patreon, YouTube, Twitch. We are going to have so much coverage during the week. So many streams. Check the Twitch schedule. We're going to be streaming nearly every day, hyping it up. All the press conferences. We're going to be doing backdoor shady deals, seeing some behind closed doors games, and then coming back and talking about them. Join us for the best week of the year, E3. See you soon.